Classy and nasty. Yeah, you know the deal, and they still live. Throwing $100 bills, and they still live.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's good, y'all?
How y'all doing?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey.
Yeah. Welcome to Talk Spicy.
Where we don't know how to talk nicely.
Nicely.
I'm the lit
Ooh.
one, Rich.
I am the
Ooh.
groundbreaking Gladys.
And I'm Lex Hunt, baby.
could not
Let's
fucking
go.
wait,
Let's
Fucking wait.
go.
Woo! I don't know if y'all understood what he said, but this is Lex Hunt. He's
Yeah.
a comic, and we seen his set, and we were like, you got to come on the show.
Facts.
You got to come up here and act a fool.
Probably some of the best people I've ever performed in front of.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so cool. I was feeding off y'all's energy.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
They were right on the front row, guys. Like, I was seeing her smile, seeing you laugh, and then I was like, all right, I'm about to mess
I'm
with
about to
them.
get
I'm
their
about
ass.
to talk to them a little
You know
bit.
what's crazy? We really get that. Like, I don't know if it's because we usually like in the front rows, but like he said, it might be the energy because everywhere I'm talking about like
They
wilding out,
zone in on us.
wilding out. We just got back from Jamaica last week. They getting on us there like everywhere we go.
What, at the Wild 'N Out show?
At the Wildin'
Yeah.
Out show, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Were
We
y'all
had
up
a
front?
whole
Yeah.
5
I'm talking about-
minutes.
like, you can
where
look it up. Like, you can look up the show.
Carlos,
Carlos and Emmanuel, like they was just getting on
going
us,
in.
like
Yeah.
feel me. Even Hitman was like, "Yo, come on stage, bro." Like, it brought me
Really?
up for the family
Yes.
reunion.
Oh, my
Yeah, I was
God.
like, "Yo, why they keep fucking with us?" Like it was just crazy. They just kept coming back to us. Like, it was another girl in the row. They was tearing her up though, but they
Yeah.
kept coming like fucking with us.
So that can be good or bad. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Yeah.
it's usually good because
It's good for y'all
Yeah, we
because
like
I'm
funny
telling you, like the energy.
Yeah.
But like some people, when they're too drunk
Yeah, they be
and
mad.
fucked up, you're like, all right, I'm about to eviscerate this motherfucker.
About to bite his
real,
head
bro.
off.
That
Last
shit be
show
funny.
we did it in Surf City, like last weekend or the McGregor fight, whenever that was.
Okay.
So we did it that night, and I was first. Like, I like to go first. I like to go ahead and because I get a little nervous. So like I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and get my set in so I can enjoy the rest of these comics. You know what I mean? This one dude, he's over there taking shots. Like, I'm like, all right, this motherfucker's getting a little warm. All right, so I'm about to let him have it. And I start talking to him, talking about, you ever thought about being gay before? Remember how I was fucking with that guy?
Yeah.
I started fucking with him, right? And he was all right, but he kept yelling shit out, and I'm like, this dude, I'm thinking is gonna be a problem. He lets me get through my set, I'm good and everything. I get off stage, and it's like he gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and then Jack Nelson goes on. I don't know if y'all have ever heard him before, local guy. So, and he's really good, and I'm like, bro, if this guy says anything to Jack, I was like, he's gonna tear him to pieces.
So he's trying to like heckle.
Well,
you guys.
kinda, but he's like belligerently drunk. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, he's
Okay.
having a good time. Like,
Yeah.
he's having a good time, but he's like yelling shit out, like causing a scene, taking away attention from the comic. Because like as a comic, you don't want to let anybody take your attention from you. Like, you got the mic, fuck all these motherfuckers.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So like he starts running his mouth to Jack. Jack lets him have it. Jack gets off stage and he don't calm down. He gets worse. So I have to go over to this guy. I pull him to the side, put my arm around him. I'm like, hey, man, please don't get in front of this lady because it's a lady comic. I'm like, please don't get in front of her doing crazy shit again. Bro, I straight up killed this dude's vibe. Like, he sat down in his seat and didn't say another word. And then when we got done, I was like, hey, man, like, I wasn't trying to kill your vibe. I was like, but you got to allow these comics to do their set.
Yeah.
Because I'm so stupid. Like, I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So, like, when people start yelling shit,
to really
I
distract
can't even
It'll
think.
throw you off.
It'll throw you off, man.
You
But
had
like,
to sun him real quick. Like,
yeah, I did. That's
could
exactly
give
what
you-
I
I
did.
could give you a little lesson. You feel me? Because I battle rap and shit. So we used to motherfuckers.
Please give me a
yelling and
lesson
shit.
because
You
I have a
know-
hard time,
We
man.
might have to turn on a few beats and you gotta just let that shit go. Just get that
Yeah.
shit off you.
Yeah.
Have people in the room, you gonna hear and all that. You gotta keep going. Just keep
Yeah.
going.
yeah.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, I definitely need a
that's-
couple lessons on how to stay focused in a crazy environment with everything else going on around. That's just something I struggle with as a comic, you know.
Yeah. And some of those though do make the best shows, like where there is a heckler and then the person on
Roast
stage
'em.
just gets
Patrice
in their
O'Neal.
ass.
Patrice O'Neal is the greatest of all time at that.
My
He's my
grandpa loves
favorite.
him.
He's my favorite
yes.
comic ever, dude. And
R.I.P.,
Dave
right?
Chappelle. Yeah, R.I.P.
yeah.
But
Do you have a top five? That's your top one, but do you have like
top one is Patrice O'Neal. Two, Dave Chappelle. Eddie Murphy's old shit. I mean, he ain't done nothing really new in a long time.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, I love Bill Burr. I love how he talks Cash Money shit. Like, I love the rants and the shit talking. God, those are my favorite. That's it.
Top
right?
three: Dave Chappelle.
Patrice O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Yeah, and I'd probably say Bill Burr for 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably because Eddie Murphy ain't done nothing in so long.
A
But his
minute.
old shit like
I mean,
Raw.
he the goat. He one of the goats. I don't like
Oh,
saying
for
the
sure.
person. This person is the goat.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's a lot of goats.
goats is a weird term. You know what I'm saying?
Because I can't really just give this to one person.
Of all time, because each person has their
It's
time.
of his
time,
time,
exactly.
greatest of his time. You know, but the acronym for that ain't is fucked up. It'd be like greatest of his. Go Hus. What would it be? It wouldn't be goat.
Almost goat.
It wouldn't be goat. And
Yeah.
goat is a cool acronym. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Facts.
So I heard you said Dave Chappelle's second on your list.
Yeah, I
pretty
love
much.
Dave Chappelle.
How do you feel about like his hiatus when he stopped? Well, he's back now. 'cause
Like
we
after
watched-
the
we watched
Chappelle
but
show.
After the Chappelle show.
But they were trying to censor him.
Yeah.
Chappelle show was trying to censor him and not pay him enough money.
Yeah.
Like they weren't trying to pay Dave Chappelle the amount of
his
money
shit.
he wanted for his shit. Like him and what's the fucking guy's name? The little skinny white guy with the glasses. That writes all of his shit. Great comic too. Neil Brennan. Him and Neil Brennan wrote that fucking show.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like pay the fucking man. Like
Yeah.
you're Comedy Central. Like pay him.
You
got
have
it.
all
You
the.
Yeah,
definitely
fucking
got
pay
it.
him.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Brady. You're talking to Tom fucking Brady, dude.
Yeah.
Like
You wouldn't offer Tom Brady $50 million.
nah, if Tom Brady wants 75,
and
he
he
pay
don't
him
even
75.
and he don't even own the team.
Yeah, exactly.
This motherfucker, you feel me?
Exactly.
This motherfucker really, this his shit.
It's,
Facts.
he's
But you
one
trying to get-
individual,
that's
man.
crazy, yeah.
But like his brain, you're
Yeah.
paying for Dave Chappelle's brain. Ain't no brain like that
That's a
ever.
fact.
I mean, you know, everybody's brain's different.
Especially the way he delivers. Like it'd be funny as fuck, but it also be like informative.
Absolutely,
Like,
he's
I
interesting,
learned,
bro.
like, oh shit, like that was funny, and it seemed fucked up, but he telling you some real
Right.
shit.
But you can
I
tell
learned something.
he has looked at that subject and actually thought about that subject and written probably a lot about that subject. You know, like it's a well thought out. Like some of his jokes, you're like, how's this gonna be funny?
Yeah.
That's my favorite shit. Was like, this shit ain't no way he's gonna make this funny.
He'll
Like I
bring
kicked
that
her in the
bitch
pussy. And
right
it's like,
back
man,
around.
you're dying. You
Right.
know, motherfucker's a genius,
Yeah, yeah.
comedic fucking genius. And
Right.
Patrice O'Neal for me is like, I really wish he wouldn't have passed away, man, because like with all this COVID shit, I feel like he would have
He would've
had
killed it.
bro. He would have had like a perspective outside of anything that any of us could have thought of, and you would have probably been like, damn, Patrice, like that's.
You hit that one on the
crazy.
head.
I don't know, man. He's just. I mean, I watch his old shit, and I didn't even know about Patrice O'Neal until I got a little older, because I like he was more when I was younger. I'm 31,
Okay.
so like when he was in his prime, I think was when I was a younger person. So like I wasn't watching super fucked up shit, you know, like people talk about shit like he would talk about.
Right.
But I've seen some shit of him talk shit to people in the audience, and I'm just like, how is that even attainable? Or like Eddie Murphy in his prime, like how is that attainable? Or like Michael Jordan in his prime, like holy shit, because that's literally what you're watching. You're just watching it in something else.
A different
That's
form.
a fact.
Yeah.
We just talked about that too. I was like, yo, damn, what was that? And I was like, yo, they like the Michael Jordan and what they doing. Oh, I was watching Mayweather. I was
Oh,
watching
man.
a Mayweather fight because I love boxing.
Yeah.
So from time to time I just watch a good fight. So I was watching him versus Medina, and I'm like, this man is just like
Some
it's
shit
just
you've
like
never
Michael-
seen.
We use Michael Jordan, but there's some people that were actually better than what Michael Jordan was to that sport, to their sport.
Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying? That
Right.
makes sense. Like I'm Michael Jordan was great, but I'm better at what I do than Michael Jordan was at what he did, like type shit.
Yeah,
But we
I
just
could
use Michael
understand
Jordan
that.
because he's so big.
Yeah.
Like, and was
He's
so
a
good at it.
universal freaking, yeah.
He
That's so
quite
crazy.
possibly could be the greatest person at any job ever that has ever been in any job. That's why we use Michael Jordan.
I can
And I
go for that.
understand what you're saying.
I can go for that.
But like I feel like he could be the GOAT at any job ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there ain't a trash dude
Except
out there.
baseball.
Off his name.
Right, except baseball. But it was basketball for
Yeah.
him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's
Hell
that's I don't want to like get y'all off your
No,
Oh, no, you're fine.
we
Okay,
just had a
so
conversation.
look,
Yeah, yeah.
so Michael Jordan, all right, Space Jam. So y'all seen the old Space Jam?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great movie.
All right, let me tell you a story about the old Space Jam. All right, I was
Okay.
probably, damn, I was young when it came out. I was probably, I know I was young, probably like 10, 9, maybe.
You might have been 7.
It said it came out in
'Cause I-
'98.
I was 8. I was 8
Yeah,
years
that- 'cause
old
I was
because I was
11.
born in
Yeah.
1990.
I was turning 11.
All right,
I
so
was
I
born in 87.
all right, so you were young when you watched
Yeah,
it too.
so I
All
know
right.
you was younger than that.
Bro,
You know?
I was 8, right?
Yeah.
And I went to the video store. You know how you used to go to the video store to rent a movie? Most people don't. Kids.
Blockbuster.
Shout out
Yeah.
to the last
Shout out to movie.
blockbuster
Shout out to-
standing.
Is there
shout out to
one?
the
Is
last
there one
Blockbuster.
still?
And
Yes,
shout out to the
there's-
movie guy. There's one left.
There's a
there?
documentary about it on Netflix.
Oh, I saw
and
the
I watched
documentary.
the whole thing.
Really?
That's
One
how
left.
So there's
interesting
still
it was.
one.
There's
There's
just
still
one left. And
Wow.
she
She's
holding
holding it
on
down.
to it. People trying to help. Like,
Where's
keep
it at?
alive. Is it Hawaii? No, it's Alaska.
No.
It's Alaska.
It ain't even in the lower
It was
48.
like Wyoming. It was
Nah,
a weird.
that shit is in Alaska.
Yeah, you gotta Google
Hold
that.
on, I'm sorry.
That
Yeah,
shit's
I
in
have
Alaska.
to.
Yeah.
See,
So there's
this
still
is why the
one.
laptop would have been good.
So there's
shit like
and
this.
then Thick Jamie could pull shit
Yeah,
up for us. You
Thick
know what I'm
Jamie
saying?
always
He
on
gonna
that.
cut that out. He gonna cut that out. Hey, Jamie is like the Michael
It's in
Jordan of this
Oregon.
shit right
No,
here,
this is
y'all.
a-
Shout
like
out to
Oregon.
fucking Jamie,
it's
man.
in Oregon.
It's in Oregon?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's-
Damn.
it's
So
One
people.
left.
People are going like influencers just to go visit and say they went. Like it's that.
And they're
big of a
rewinding
deal.
all their shit before they bring it
Yes,
back.
crazy.
Be
Yes.
kind, please
She
rewind.
takes care of her
popcorn in there.
shit.
Popcorn
Got
and
that
cotton
kettle
candy.
corn up by the
Yeah,
fuck.
I used to love going
Bro,
in
me
there.
too. I was just thinking
That
that.
was like a field trip.
We about to get a movie.
Oh
It was
my
like a
God.
weekend joint.
A Good
Yeah.
Friday
Yeah.
or a Good
You go
Saturday
rent. You go
night.
rent a good 3 of them guys.
You got a couple friends over. We're
So,
lit.
Yeah.
And like you gotta watch them. Like you gotta make it through every movie you rent. Like we would go and get like 5 of them, and my mom would be like, "You sure you're gonna watch all these?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, we're gonna
not
watch
going
them
to
all."
sleep,
So
Mom.
we go. Look, I get a sick day. My mom always used to force me to go to school. Like when I would tell her I was sick, she'd be like, "You ain't sick. Get your ass up and go to school." You know. But this time I was really sick, I think. But I either that or I played it real good.
You
right?
committed.
I was like, "Will you please take me to?" It was Video Whiz that we have. It was Video Wizard, and it was like this wizard guy, and it was Video Whiz. I love that place. We go to Video Whiz, and I see Space Jam, and I'm like, "This is the one." Like I didn't look at anything else. I'm like, "Mom, this is the one I want." So we get the Space Jam, we bring it back to the house, and I pop it in the VHS, and I am like lost. And I'm lost in this movie because I loved Michael Jordan. I didn't watch a lot of basketball, but my dad loved Michael Jordan, so I love Michael Jordan. My dad would wake me up early in the mornings with the big TV in the box, and he would say, "Come here, watch this, ESPN. Come watch this." And it was Michael Jordan hitting buzzer beaters, and I was like, "What's a buzzer beater, Dad? What's a buzzer beater?" And he's like, "Look, this is it." Like I learned all that shit from Michael Jordan and ESPN, right? I was a huge Jordan fan, dude. Like wanted all the jerseys and the shoes. So I get the Space Jam. I watch it. I'm engulfed in it. And I remember feeling like shit. I really was sick, y'all. I promise. I was fucking sick. And the movie ends, and I just start bawling, like crying like a baby. And my mom comes running, and she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, baby?" And I'm like, "The movie's over, Mom." I was crying because the movie ended. I did not want the movie to end. She said, "Just rewind it and watch it again." I immediately stopped crying, rewinded it, and watched it again. Love that fucking movie. I probably watched it 20 times during that weekend, for real.
Yeah.
So like I love Space Jam. Grew up on Space Jam. So I saw that the new one was out, and like we got the HBO from in somebody else's name. Shout out to whoever shit we got. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all. Yeah. Okay. So there's their account, and then there's the Freeloader account. So shout out to the Freeloader account. I appreciate y'all making that for me. So I was like, I pulled my son. My son's 4.5. I pull him in the room. I'm like, "You want to watch Space Jam?" And he's like, and I've told him about the real Space Jam before, but never let him watch it yet. And he's like, "Is it Michael Jordan?" I was like, "No, it's LeBron James." I was like, "Let's watch it." He's like, "Okay, cool." So I pull him in there. He loved it. Like every second of it, he loved it. And they put a new spin on it. It's not the same storyline. It's a totally different storyline.
The Goonies, right?
I mean, yeah. I
Like
mean,
the
it's like
Goonies.
real futuristic type of thing. You know what I mean? And it's got and I thought it was LeBron's real son the whole time until I watched the credits, and it ain't. None of it's his real family because I've seen his older son that plays ball. I think his name's
James
LeBron.
Jr.
Yeah, Bronny. They
LeBron
call him
James
Bronny.
Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought Bronny was in it. I'm like, because I've only seen clips of like LeBron coaching Bronny, like real short clips. I don't even know what he looks like, his kid. And so I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's got his whole fam in it. But the movie's based around his family, you know, and it's got like some cool little lessons in it. And like LeBron's a terrible actor. Shout out to LeBron, you're a terrible actor. But I like LeBron. I like LeBron, but his acting is not good.
Unless he get fouled.
Unless he gets
When
fouled, then he can
fouled,
act,
yeah,
right?
He can act his ass
Hey,
off
he'll
when he
flop,
fouled.
won't he?
I'd be like, bro, you're too big.
Yeah, you're
Too
huge,
big
dude.
to act like that. Come
Yeah. Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, you would think he'd really be able to act, right? But his acting is terrible, man.
We gotta watch
I
it.
hate when
gotta watch
somebody
it.
look. I hate when somebody tells me somebody's acting is terrible before I watch a movie. So I apologize for
Nah,
that. Because
nah.
now every time you're gonna see him do something,
Because
you're
we like super critics and shit.
I am
From
too.
food
Talk
to
spicy.
music. Yes.
Yeah.
From food to music. Like we will critique the
talk
fuck out your
so
shit.
Same, same.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it is what it is. A lot of shit nowadays is opinion based.
That's probably why y'all like comedy so much.
Definitely.
They
We
talk
love that
straight
shit.
I love it.
Like
I love it.
and that's the first thing we ran through with all of the what you call them, the apps. All of the apps.
All the
like,
streaming
all the
things.
streaming
We
apps.
watched every stand up
We
you
watch
could possibly
like,
watch.
Like before we watch any other movies.
Really?
we
Dion
watch
Cole,
all-
Aziz.
Oh man.
Really?
What's the guy from Australia? Be talking about his son.
Jeff something.
Oh
Jeff,
my god,
I
this
know
man
you're
is
talking about.
hilarious. Guy from
Really? I don't watch a lot of
He be
comedy.
drunk as
Really?
shit.
Nah, I don't.
Oh my god.
Like I watch live comedy, but I don't like to watch like a whole lot on TV because I feel like it influences me, and I don't want to be influenced by somebody else's
Jokes.
joke.
That makes
Or,
sense. That makes
yeah, I
sense.
just want to be myself,
That
you know.
makes sense.
But yeah, like the movie itself was okay, you know. But it, and then this morning we watched that one yesterday, and I was like, all right, bro, you want to watch Space Jam, bro? So this morning, as soon as he gets up, I throw the real joint on Michael Jordan. I'm like, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, damn. And we get towards the end, and I'm like, no wonder I cried when this movie was over because it was so good. Like the storyline was good.
Yeah.
You got the Looney Tunes in it. Like you got the biggest cartoon ever.
And the biggest
And the biggest
The mogul,
superstar
like, yeah,
pretty
facts.
much ever to live.
next to Michael Jackson. I think.
And then you got Muggsy Bogues, you got Patrick Ewing, you got Chuck, you got Charles Barkley,
Charles
Chuck.
Barkley,
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Huge
Like,
names.
yeah, but the thing that disappointed me about the new one, they didn't have like they had Michael B. Jordan come out though.
Hey.
But it was only a little, and I'm a huge Michael B. Jordan. I
You gotta
fucking
have
love
Michael Jordan in there.
Yeah, right. That was the joke. That was the joke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I fucked this up for y'all, the movie or whatever. But like Michael B. Jordan, he's the shit. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
he's the shit, dude. And I start freaking out, and my son's looking at me. He's like, "That's not Michael Jordan." I'm like, "It's different Michael Jordan." Because I'm like, "Oh shit, Michael B. Jordan. Oh shit." And he's like, "That ain't Michael Jordan." I was like, "It's a different one." But we
Still
watched.
Michael
Hey, we
Jordan,
watched
though?
the real one today. He loved it.
Really?
Loved it. He watched the original one, you know, and I'm just like, damn, this storyline's amazing. Like the '90s were the shit, man.
Hell yeah.
They were. That's why I dress like this. Like I try to dress like bright colors, short shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rocking some neon, like
Daisy
them
Dukes
britches
on.
y'all saw me
Yeah.
wearing at the show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
neon
Those were like
colors.
those that reminded me of those not styrofoam or paper cups that you used to get at the movie theaters with that green and blue design
Yeah,
on
they
there.
have T-shirts with that on there because of that nostalgia.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
How,
Like
how did you find yourself getting into comedy? Like, how did you?
open mics at Dead Crow downtown in Wilmington. Yeah, I just.
So you were older.
Yeah. I was. I've only been doing comedy for 2 years, maybe 2.5
Really?
years, maybe 2.5.
Okay.
So yeah, because I was doing it a little bit before the pandemic, like probably 8 or 9 months before the pandemic. But I just started doing open mics at Dead. Have y'all ever been to Dead Crow?
No.
All right,
no.
so Dead Crow is a super cool club downtown. They're gonna open up a new one here soon. But like that's kind of how you start comedy. Like you try to start doing like an open mic. And open mics are real interesting, man, because you have seasoned comedians that are going in there to try new bits and jokes out, and like could very well bomb. The only way to practice comedy really is to do it in front of an audience.
Oh my god.
Like I can tell y'all
That makes me
y'all two
nervous.
jokes, and y'all might think it's funny because y'all are fucked up individuals. But like, but like,
the crowd's like,
yeah, but the crowd could be like different than y'all or different than me.
Ooh.
So it's like trying to find something that people can relate to, and like kind of easing them into a fucked up idea. You know, like something that they might not be able to get with as your first joke, but like let me just take you for a fucking ride. You
yeah, I
know,
gotta
like
ease you into
yeah,
it.
ride with me into this real fucked up thought that I have.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Dave Chappelle does it.
All the time.
He does it all the
yeah.
time. Like you're like, okay, all right, he's logical, he's reasonable, and then he says some
Smack
fucked up
the shit out
yes.
you. Wow.
And you're like, oh, okay. Like I
Yeah.
kind of get it. Like I've had those logical thoughts, like Dave Chappelle's talking about, but like I've never said what he said. You know, I've maybe had a fleeting thought. I'm like, oh no, that's fucked up. Don't think that. Don't
Yeah.
think that. And then Dave Chappelle says it out loud into a microphone.
But well, it might be because like you're a white guy, obviously. You get what I'm saying? But like you touched on a touchy subject. and made it funny. Like but to me, white guys have less ego. Like they don't have shit to prove.
Yeah.
So when you just, you thought about being gay? Like, I'm like, yo.
He said
I'm
this
like,
man is wild.
I'm like, yo, he bugging like right now.
Did you
Like,
say
nah.
that he said
Yeah,
that?
I'm like,
Yes,
yo,
I
I'm like,
swear to
yo,
God.
he bugging like, nah, for real though. You never thought about that? Like, I'm
Yeah.
like,
But
what
it
the
was
fuck?
funny
It
how
was
you.
funny, but being that it was coming from, because certain things, come from different people, it don't feel the same.
That's
I was
very
like, yo,
true.
he was really being funny.
I eased you into that.
Yeah,
thought.
you feel me?
I
Like,
ease you into it, and then I talk about also like how much work it is to get pussy sometimes, especially as a single man. Like you really gotta go. Like you're trying to get her to like you
No, that's a
enough
fact.
to let you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna give up every moral and value you got most of the time to try to, But as a woman, it's like you can just be yourself, and like dudes are gonna throw themselves at you. It ain't hard, Like, I don't think it's hard. I'm not a woman, but like I feel like it's probably a lot easier for a woman to get dick than it is for a man to get pussy. I don't know.
I think
I can go for that.
I think women create their own barriers. Like you said, it would be very easy for us to get dick because we could walk
Easy.
down. We could, hey neighbor, try
Yeah.
to fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's us. Like I ain't about to go over there and show that nigga. Like I ain't about to tell him I want to fuck him because
Yeah.
then we're thinking too much and we build our own. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's,
Go ahead,
that's
go ahead.
no. I'm just saying you're saying that was a touchy subject. That
Yeah, because I was gonna go into how do you come up with that? Like, how do you come up with your craft to where even though this shit might piss somebody off.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like you
Yeah.
end up making them laugh.
Right.
Like how do you create that? That's a gift.
That I want to talk about that specific bit. So the way I created that was literally being in Bath and Body Works and realizing how much. So there's a candle sale there once a year during like holidays, and my old lady was like, "Come with me to the candle sale. Come with." I'm like, "Man, I want to do this and do that. I want to cook a steak. I want to fuck it." You know what I mean? And she's like, "Please." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll go." I knew she really wanted me to do it. Sometimes we just, as men, we just always want to do what we want to do, but like in a relationship, you got to compromise. You got to put some of your selfish shit to the side and like do something for her every once in a while, because she probably does it for you all the time. And it's like you guys hide it really well, like y'all putting y'all shit to the side for us, but like me, I wear my emotions on the sleeve. So like she's like trying to get me to go to the candle sale. I'm like, nah. We get there, we're waiting in line, it's freezing fucking cold, and I'm just like, damn, I'd rather be like, if I'm gonna be cold, I'd rather be duck hunting. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shoot a fucking duck if I'm gonna be cold. So we're there, and my little boy's running back and forth. We get to the front of the line, and we go in, and I swear it was like being at the North Pole as a child. Like, that shit was so cool in there. Like, dude, it was just the way it was set up. Everybody was so fucking nice. I was just getting, like, this good energy and shit. And I for real, I looked around. I'm like, I'm the only straight dude in here.
Yeah.
That's what I looked around and realized. And so I'm like, fuck, there's something here. There's something with this shit right here. I didn't think about being gay. But like,
You thought about being gay.
yeah,
Because
gay means happy, bro.
Yeah,
so-
that's a fact. Because not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you get. But we've been in Bath and Body Works when there's a candle sale, and I just gotta look at the candles.
It's fucking great.
No, but I'm just only looking at candles because, like you said, I'm the only straight man in.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm straight.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah. I am in Bath and Body
love all
Works,
this
and I actually
I want
enjoy
candles.
this.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't know what's going on, but I want candles, and I just hear voices asking me, "Do I like this smell and this smell?"
Yeah, dude.
That's just
See,
wild.
like, you can relate to that
Yeah,
shit,
that's
you know?
about-
And like, so I just took it a step further to something that you might not be able to relate to,
Yeah.
and that's the funny part, And then I start writing on that. Like, I'll take a piece of paper, and so like I'll get a premise. And let me get that on there. There we go, right there. So I get a premise, and I'll start writing on that. Like, ever thought about being gay? Premise, Bath and Body Works, bullet point. So what do I have about that? Bam, bam, bam. What was my experience there? Then I
Like
can
an outline.
Yes, exactly like an outline. And then I'll look at that outline and figure out which one of those things I think are funny. I'll write on those bullet points. Like, I'll kind of elaborate on those bullet points to try to figure out what I think is funny. Then I'll let a few days pass, a week or longer, or I'll go back to it later, because I might think something's funny one day and then go back to it and be like, that shit's fucking stupid. which is what I do almost every time I write a joke. And then I end up still forcing myself to do that joke because I'm like, I doubt it. I'm like, that shit ain't funny. What the fuck? You know, you're writing a bunch of bullshit. That shit ain't funny. And then I get up there and I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to you got to practice in front of an audience. That's the only, for me, like you guys might laugh at me to be like cordial or respectful in or whatever, or just you know what I'm saying? Like just if you got somebody coming, you're like, oh, I'm just going to laugh to be polite. You know what I mean? People ain't going to, most of the time an audience ain't going to laugh to be polite.
Yeah.
So like that's why I say I could practice in front of one person or two people, but not really. It's
not the same.
It's not the same.
Have you ever practiced like just in front of a group of friends?
Yeah, bombed. Fucking went terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible on jokes that work on stage.
Yeah.
Like shit fucking
They was
tanks.
hating, bro.
Dude, my old lady, half the shit. Dude, I know something's funny when she don't fucking laugh.
Yeah.
When she don't laugh at some shit, I know I'm
got a
trying that on
fucking
stage.
good
Yeah. It's all the
Because you done
stupid
touched the button on her.
Yeah, but it's the shit she thinks is funny. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try that on stage. Bombs, dude, every time. You know, so I mean, not every time, but most of the time, because she's just used to me.
Yeah.
But like my friends too, I've tried to like, but it's people like y'all sitting on the front row that I'm telling you, like the energy that I feel from people sitting on the front row, and like if I'm getting a vibe from you or something, even if it's a negative vibe, like I'm gonna try my best to feed off of that. And like it honestly will dictate where my joke goes. Like you're talking about battle rap, and I feel like that is probably the closest thing, or stand up might be the closest thing to that, because, well, for me, because you have to adapt to your audience, and you have to like, okay, well, this shit's not gonna be funny here, or this joke's not going well, so let me try to dig my way out of this without you knowing I'm digging my way out of it. You know,
Freestyle.
it's like freestyling.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And on top of that, without you having a opponent in front of you, I feel like all of y'all are really battling with y'all material. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even that night, they made it like a competition.
I like that.
Me too.
I
but
like that.
awesome.
even though I feel like somebody else was the funniest,
Yeah.
but whatever, however that go, but it's still a competition, like, because like you said, you like to go first. You want to set
I like
the
to go
tone.
first, but they put me 4, and I was like, cool, this is good for me.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause you
out of
get
my
to see it,
I'm out of my comfort
facts.
zone,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually worked out because I had a couple jokes. I'm like, not gonna do those.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I saw a guy do a couple little things like I was gonna do. I'm like, not doing that. That
Because you
shit.
could read off of what they already
which was cool.
presented.
And I feel like you was the first comic to like interact with us.
Yes,
that
I
night,
was.
and then everybody after you just started talking to us too.
Yes.
I'm like, that's
the
crazy.
best to
Yeah,
me.
you feel
Like
me?
I want you to interact with me as an audience member.
Mm-hmm.
Like I try to put myself in your shoes. Like even if you didn't pay to get in somewhere, like if you're just seeing me there, like I want to feel like maybe not that like if I as an audience member, I want to feel not maybe like I'm on stage with you, but I want to feel like a person equal to you.
Yeah.
I don't
Like I'm
want
your
you-
homeboy and I'm just funny as
Yes,
fuck. Like just
exactly.
making you
That makes
laugh.
sense.
I want you engaged. I want you involved as an audience member. You know, like that's part of being like, and I guess I'm an entertainer for 5 or 10 minutes out of a week or whatever. So I feel like part of being an entertainer is to be able to keep a crowd engaged and keep an audience engaged. And another issue I have with stand up is when I start to lose the audience, it's hard for me to come back from that.
Yeah.
You know, and like I'm trying to figure that out. It's like a big puzzle, and I'm like trying to grab pieces and put pieces together, trying to figure it out. So you were involved in freestyle rap and battling, right? Yeah. So did you ever feel like it was a puzzle you were trying to put together?
It's always like that.
It's always like that.
But what I try to like not to do, like I try to do my joke. See, it's different. That's why I said with opponents.
I want
on
to hear your
stage,
perspective of that, though.
With an opponent on stage, I'm really not rapping for these people. That's how I'm performing for these people.
Right.
But what I'm saying is for you.
Right.
Like whether these people could boo me, but it's a certain look that I get from people. Like, damn, he fucking me up. Like it's nobody else gotta like this shit. This is for you right now. and you about to feel this shit.
See, that's,
right now.
Yeah, that's like a mentality. Like that's a strong mentality to have. To me, I mean, I admire a mentality like that. Like where you can just be like, fuck everything else. Like I'm gonna say what I gotta say, regardless of what you think. You know, I mean, I am like that to a certain extent, but I feel like that's a whole nother level of like I don't give a fuck what y'all think. You know?
And I know you said, you know, you're still new to the comic game. What made you get into it? That's kind of, I feel like that's
you asked me that, and I danced around the. Or you asked me how did I get into it?
Yeah, I said how.
Open mics. That's my answer for that.
That's what made you do it. So you were just at the club watching.
No, so the reason I got into it, nobody's ever asked me that.
'Cause I just feel like
I started writing. Like I started writing before I ever went on stage. I was like, damn, you know, I might want to try open mic. I was thinking maybe I might want to try it. I started every time I'm by myself all day at work in a work van, pretty much for the most part. So I started turning everything off, music, podcast, everything. I turned it off, and I would just sit by myself with my thoughts when I would drive somewhere like an hour away. And everything like that I thought could possibly be a joke or a subject that I would like to talk about, I put the note in my phone. So my note, like, dude, my shit is full. Like the notepad on my phone is full. Like you can scroll for like 2 minutes straight like that, like hard scrolling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hard scrolling, and like that's. And so I started writing, and I'm like, I wrote for a couple months, you know, or I think it was probably a couple months I wrote. And I'm like, okay, I got something about the Patriots coach getting jerked off by that massage lady. Do you remember that? The Patriots owner, Robert Kraft. Yeah. Remember when he got like caught with the scandal? All right, it was a long time ago. I'm like, all right, I think I got something. So I start writing about that, and I didn't really have the courage to go to the open mic. So I called my buddy, who's also very funny, and he's from up north. And I'm like, hey man, come do this open mic with me. It's 3 minutes. We got to get there like 2 hours early to sign up. So we get there. He says yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool. So he's actually the one that gave me the courage. Like if he wasn't gonna go, I was so nervous, dude. Like I was about to shit my pants at my my guts were bubbling up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna shit myself on stage, straight up. I'm
gonna nothing else, you'll go viral.
I'm gonna shit myself, right? So he goes with me up there. We sign up. We're the last comics to go. They got 32 comics that night. So we sat there for 2.5 hours, and I saw people who did good, and I saw people who did fucking terrible, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what have we done? I'm like, how can I get this dude to fucking, like, I want him to say, let's go, dude, fuck this shit. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be the one.
I need you to cancel.
Yeah, I'm like trying to talk him into like bowing out and pussing out. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah,
shit lame, bro.
I want him to say it.
Yeah.
He won't say it, right? And I think he was the very last one, and I was the one, because down there at that place, it's all about seniority. Like I could get there and be the first one on the list. If they don't know who I am, they're bumping my ass way down. Like there's people that come in there at the last minute and they know them. So it's all about like who you know, how long you've been doing it. Like they're gonna bump your ass to the back of the list if you're new. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. And so the last ones come up, and I'm like, fuck, they're calling my name, dude. Like, I'm about to have to run it, right? So I took a little note, like a little, most open mics, y'all probably been to some open mics, right? No, so that would be really cool for y'all to go, though. Yes, if y'all are comedy fans, you really should go to an open mic just to see, like, how terrible comedy can fucking be. You know, like, for real. Yeah. So I go up there with my little notepad, and I'm like, all right, I got like a couple subjects, same way I write my jokes, subjects, bullet points, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I got way too much written on there because I'm so afraid I'm going to fucking forget what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I'm so scared, dude. So I go up there, and first time ever, I think I did really, really good. And I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking easy. My boy goes up there, he fucking kills it and does great, talking about eating the never-ending pasta at Olive Garden. Yeah, Olive Garden. He's talking about that the whole time, killing it, talking about stuffing it in his pockets and it falling out of his pants, like killing it, bro. We did 3 minutes, and we were so stoked after. Like, I felt like I was high. I'm like, man,
I know that had to feel good.
Yeah, we fucking killed it. We go again the next week. Fucking did terrible, both of us. He never went back. Shout out to Jordan. fucking pussy. You never went back, motherfucker.
Shout out to Jordan,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Jordan. But yeah, so he never went back. I always would be like, bro, I did terrible too. I'm gonna go with me. And he's like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna fucking go tonight, asshole. That's how he talks. And but yeah, I just kept going. I was like,
Good
fuck.
for
I felt
you.
terrible about myself after that second time because I bombed, and I thought I was so fucking funny. Like after
You
that,
went up there like big shit.
yeah,
Like,
I thought and it's the ego shit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Get that shit out the way,
Got
bro.
to.
You
Got
got
to.
to. You
humble
got to.
yourself.
Yeah, you got, or you will be humble.
That shit is a blocker.
Yes. Yeah. Isn't that
100%.
crazy? And I don't think you really you don't know that till you get up there and do something like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That ego could really fuck me up. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of these guys run off of that. Like they
Oh,
run off that ego.
They don't give a fuck even if the
I can't
audience
do
is
it.
like,
I can't do it. I can't run off the
That's
ego.
I'm built different.
Do you feel like in this? Because do you
Social
feel like
climate?
You can
No,
ask
in
me
this social
anything you
climate,
want, bro.
Do you feel like in this social climate that people are too sensitive?
Especially
'Cause
when
I-
it comes to
'cause we-
comedy. Because I
yeah.
feel like they'll cancel culture. That's what you call it.
Facts. Because we don't watch some like Def Comedy Jam stand-ups.
Old
It's like,
shit.
Whoa.
Oh my,
Old
like,
shit.
Like, yo, if you say some of that shit today,
clutching my
you might go
pearls.
to jail. Like, somebody gonna try to ban you.
You're
from
getting
wherever-
locked up.
Even Eddie Murphy
It's
is
so
old
great.
shit.
Oh
yeah.
my
What?
god.
They was
Ooh.
like, they was cutthroat. with
They
that
were
shit.
talking spicy
For
back
real.
then.
Definitely
Yeah.
talking spicy.
For
So
sure.
do you feel like people are more sensitive now, or is it because of
Social media.
So,
like,
yeah, like, I mean, I guess I'm supposed to think people are more sensitive, but I don't think really they are. Like, I don't think, like, y'all are people that came to my show. Y'all ain't sensitive. Y'all, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
most people are like you guys. Like, and I've really never had anybody come up to me and say no really fucked up shit, out of the way shit, like I offended them. Not really, you know? So it's like,
Good.
you get a certain, social media gives us a certain perspective of how things are. They ain't like that.
Yeah.
Like remember when all that shit was going on, like racially, you know, and it might still be, I don't know, but it's not like that in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck where my neighbors are from. Like, I'm gonna have their back. I don't give a fuck, you know. And they're
Yeah.
the same way with me. And I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, I think that's a hard one because like we talked about even before we started recording is you might talk shit to me while you're in your car or whatever, but when I pull up to you in the light, like you're looking straight ahead like I'm not even there.
Yeah.
humble?
So when you're at your show or someone's at your show, they're not saying anything, but then it gets put on social media. Then you have the people that like to hide behind their computer and like make it a bigger deal than it actually is.
Oh, for sure. Like Yelp reviewers. I
Yes.
can't even say that shit. Yelp reviewers.
So you've never left a Yelp review?
Nah, I don't. I mean, I guess is it just a review site? I don't even know what the fuck it is. I ain't got a TikTok neither, just so y'all know that. I got
Neither
too
does
much.
he.
Yeah, I got too much other shit to worry about than that bullshit. I'm just
I
saying.
want
Snapchat
to
too.
get into it. I want to get into it because I'm like, yo, this.
Like, you want to get into it to promote your shit.
Yes,
That's
because-
it. That's the
because
only
honestly-
reason I would have one.
Because no
too.
bullshitting, bro. Honestly, I feel like I'm funny as fuck. But,
Yeah.
but not at standing in front of people and.
Well, that's
hitting
why
them
there's
with the-
TikTok, bro,
Exactly.
and Instagram.
'Cause I
and
need my
YouTube
5 seconds.
and podcasts. For real.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
only funny for about 10 seconds.
Look, ain't everybody ain't built for stand up, but there's so many funny ass people that
That's
that
true.
never do stand up.
Yeah,
And like they can still find their niche, or is it niche or
Yeah.
niche,
Niche,
or
yeah,
I,
niche.
Yeah.
I don't know. French. Is that French?
You had it right the first time if you ask us.
Yeah, me.
Niche.
I'm English.
Niche.
I don't know French.
I speak English, motherfucker.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I think like that's a great question, man. Like, and people, you know what? People ask me that a lot. A lot of older people ask me that because they're like, I get to talking to people at my job, and they're like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I do some stand up on the weekends or whenever they ask me to," and they're like, "Oh, do you ever offend anybody?" And I'm just like, not that I know of. I mean, I have some offensive shit. You know, like I talk
On
about
purpose.
it on purpose. I have offensive shit because it's the funniest shit to me.
Yeah, facts.
You know, and it's like
Hilarious.
how can we? It's to me, it's the best time to do comedy because everybody's offended by everything, so it makes everything subject for me.
Yeah.
Like anything could be a subject. You know, like I'm writing now about how you're supposed to not care what your sexual partner's genitalia is.
Excuse me?
That's what they're fucking saying, bro.
What?
Like, they're saying
I've
saying
heard that.
Yeah,
I've
they're
heard
saying
that.
that's
My sexual partner. I don't care
yes,
about what
somebody
their
you could
genitalia
even
is.
if you could potentially have sex with this person, you're supposed to not care if they have a pussy.
What they have between their legs, like,
Yeah.
or what was previously there.
like that little clip I sent you.
Oh yeah.
Where they like, yo,
It's spicy.
it's
Yeah.
This is real
it's a
spicy.
pretty girl, right? It's a young male, and they like, yeah, she want to kiss you, whatever.
Yeah.
And they just, you like, word, like, you feel me?
And
they
it's
just-
like one of those shows where the guy's just there with a
With a
mic,
microphone,
standing in
it's
the
just
middle
on
of
the
the
middle of the street,
sidewalk
yeah.
and stop somebody. And it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you want to
yeah,
make
she
out
want-
with her?
Yeah, they like, yeah, like.
And they're like a little drunk too, probably a little bit. And they're like,
Maybe
hell
They-
yeah.
They,
I'm
coming and
yeah.
going. They
I'm
coming and
trying
going.
to fuck.
You feel me? So they getting it in. Boom. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, yeah. And then when they finished
boy.
kissing, the lady was like, yeah, I like that.
Oh
no,
my
no.
god.
What's she
Hold
say?
on. The
Yeah.
host said, like, what's your name, sir? He introduced himself. Then he passed the mic to the beautiful girl, and she said, what's your name? She said, Miguel. Like, with the deepest fucking voice. And
And
he,
the dude just looked like,
you just took his soul.
Like, yo,
you just
like
took
that
You
his
I-
did
dignity.
just take his soul
like,
and
Yes.
his dignity.
Like, y'all just set me up like that.
But he's not supposed to care. That's
No, you are
bullshit.
That's
supposed to
fucked
care.
up.
I'm just saying that's bullshit. That
I
like,
agree.
How are you gonna say that I'm what is it, transgender phobe or whatever?
Transphobic.
Transphobic because I'm like I don't think it's even that. I don't think it's called that. It's called some other stupid made up fucking shit that they came up with. But it's like I'm not supposed to care what somebody that I could potentially have sex with, like genitalia is. That shit's crazy as fuck to me, dude. But anyway, that's like something I've been writing about.
Yeah.
Super fucking offensive.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
true, relatable
Yeah.
in the times.
It's one of the most offensive things. And then I'm writing about how now's the time to come out being gay because people will fucking congratulate you and shit instead of hate on you. Like motherfuckers will bake you a fucking pasta dish for coming out of the closet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Throw
writing
you a
about
party,
that. Like
a
now's
party.
the time. Like all the gay people done went through all the shit and all the bullshit to get you to where there ain't nobody gonna talk shit to you for being gay no more. You know, like back in the day, we would call you all kinds of shit and hate on you. And
Throw
shit. I'm just
rocks
being
at you.
honest. I'm just being honest. I was born in 1990. Like we talk shit to all of all my guy friends talk shit, like calling each other fat. Shit, I probably shouldn't say that, but calling each other the F word and like just I mean anything to like try to demean you as a man, which it ain't
or
really.
change you from like stop you from staying like that.
Yes.
Like, yo,
trying to change your
yo, bro,
mind.
like,
Yeah.
So you don't want him to kiss it.
yeah, we don't do that. Bro.
Yeah.
We don't- like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But you can't really. At the end of the day, I can't tell you what you like.
Yeah, but now it's like different.
It's cool.
Which
Now it's cool.
I'm totally fucking glad about. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of gay friends and they're fucking awesome. They're no different than my straight friends. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like I'm glad it's like that, but I want to write about how that's
That's gonna be
hilarious
funny.
to me.
That's
you know
gonna
what I'm
be
saying? But
hilarious.
those are two super offensive things. I just wanted to tell you before. I haven't even told a joke about
The
it yet.
most offensive things, according to.
We'll see how
the
it goes.
Can't wait to
Might
wait to
not
see
be-
it, Lex.
Might not be great, but god damn.
Come on this show and give it a try.
Might not be good, but yes, it is a weird fucking time,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
crazy.
think that it's great for comedy because
Yeah.
like I can really fucking test the waters out.
How long does it take for you to come up with like a set? Like
I ain't even got a set. I got like 15 minutes tops of like decent shit. So like that's it. That's all I got is and that's the whole time I've been doing comedy for 2.5 years. Like
what's
Maybe-
considered a set then? I thought a set
that's
was
a set. That's a
Okay,
set. If
okay.
somebody asked me to do 30
It's
minutes,
usually time. That's,
Yes.
that's the set.
yeah. So
Okay.
there, if somebody says, "Hey, I need you to do 30 minutes," I'm gonna say, Probably not." I'm
Got
just like,
20 for you.
I think you
yeah,
can do it.
yeah. I would
Some
say, yeah.
water
I got, yes. I got 15, and like I'm gonna talk shit to the crowd
lot
for
of
5.
these.
I got 20. You know what I mean? So, but every one of my sets so far, I've been trying to do crowd work for at least 2, 3, 4 minutes. You know what I mean? It's actually gone great every time. Like
Good.
every time, even with that shitty ass drunk dude, like it still went well because I said he's ready to suck some dude's dick. Like I was really laying into this motherfucker, right? And it actually went great, you know. So like I don't know. I think if I can really start refining my crowd work and really start fucking with people, you know, it's like that's really kind of what I want to do.
That's
Love
the
talking
best.
shit to people.
That's the best. And
You
if you're
know?
coming to a comedy show, you got to be prepared, like, to be, you know, picked on, even if it's something that might hurt your feelings a little bit. Like,
is what
you
it
can
is.
still laugh
What
at
you
it.
here for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still
Like,
laugh at
what
it.
you here for? You know what time it is when them people turn that microphone on.
Oh hell yeah!
You
And
know
that
what time
spotlight.
it is.
Yeah.
What would you say like is your best bit that you ever written? Like,
Or have you performed it yet?
I hope not. I hope I have not performed my
good
best bit.
yeah.
Man, I got like so much I've written in notebooks that I haven't even touched on stage, you know, and it's probably out of fear. You know what I mean? It could be at that. I don't know, but those subjects, like I'm telling you right now, and that's helping me get ready to tell those on stage.
You're
Like, which
gearing in.
I haven't told you any of the jokes. It's just like the subject matter that I'm trying to talk about. Because nobody, like, I like to talk about shit that other people really ain't talking about. Even comedians, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't want to be talking about the same shit Jack's talking about, or Ellie's talking about, or Brian's talking about. Like, I want to talk about what's really going on in my head. You know what I mean?
shouts out to those comics too.
Yeah, shouts out to all of them. Brian Granger, you're amazing. Jack Nelson, you're amazing. Like, those are two of my favorite people around. Have y'all seen Brian Granger? Amazing, dude. One of the best comics I've seen. Like,
I'll
just,
watch it.
That's the guy you said like when we first started, right?
yeah.
Nelson,
Oh,
right?
that was Jack Nelson. Yeah.
No, not his favorite. I'm talking about. He mentioned. I feel like.
Oh,
he
no,
said
not
Bill
from,
Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah. Dude, Brian Granger's amazing. Like, he actually reminds me of Chappelle a lot. And I know as a comic, you kind of don't want to hear that, like, that you remind you of somebody else. But, like, his delivery and shit is amazing. And he's been doing it 20 years. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he's a vet.
He's a vet, and like I respect this dude's opinion about shit, and like he's always building me up. He's never saying no fucked up rude shit to me, you know. Even though I could take it, like I'm real thick skinned, like I can take your shit talking or
Right.
your like compliment sandwich that you're trying to give me. I can take it, man. Just tell me the fucking truth. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I don't know, man. We got some real good talent around here as far as comedian. I really think I suggest y'all go to an open mic.
Definitely.
There really
you
ain't.
said Dead Crow,
there
but they're
ain't-
not open
Yeah,
right now.
there ain't. There's some rough ass open mics open, like at Juggling Gypsy. They got an open mic, and you're gonna see like some musicians too. Like you'll see like musicians. The Kava Bar on College, right by the Jimmy John's. I don't know the name of that Kava Bar. There's Rooted. Yeah, they have an open mic the 1st and the 15th. And it's, dude, I did that open mic and did pretty decent, but I was the only comic there, which is very fucking hard. Like, if you're a comic going on stage after somebody that's had a guitar or, like, somebody that's doing their songs that they've been doing and, you know, I'm trying to try out all new jokes.
Yeah.
I might throw one joke in there that I know is probably going to work, but that's the point of an open mic, is to take chances and figure out if you have anything.
Right.
Like, do I have anything here? Is this worth elaborating? Is this worth my time and my work and my effort to try to write an actual joke about this? That open mics are my best tool.
Good
For
you.
me,
I
you
swear,
know
that
what I
just
mean?
sounds intimidating as fuck to you.
Oh, it is. It still is. I ask other comics too. I'm like, are y'all nervous? And they're like, nah. I'm like, how the fuck are you not nervous, dude? Like, I'm nervous as shit. I'm about to just pack my shit up and roll. I just don't understand how they're not fucking nervous. Maybe it's because I don't drink. Like, I don't smoke or nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like the reason I don't, and I just want to tell y'all because I feel like people dance around this subject, and it's because like I gave myself a fucked up like upbringing, no fault of my parents or anything. I made fucked up decisions growing up and got addicted to shit, and like just not worth it for me to even fucking play around with it anymore, you know? So that's the reason I don't do that shit. And maybe it's that. Maybe it's because I like fucking don't have any way to try to dull down the nervousness or, you know?
That was going to be my question. Like,
Cause you a real human.
and honestly,
I'm a
hold
real
on.
human, dude,
Congratulations on that.
That's
Because
awesome.
that's hard
Thanks.
to, no, for real.
Thanks.
Congratulations
For real.
on that.
Yeah.
And I don't say that for you to tell me congratulations,
No,
just to
I know.
explain so
I
you
just
know.
also feel like it needs to be said because
Yeah, I mean,
that
fuck,
shit
dude.
is hard to overcome. I don't care if you're just smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, to quit anything that is a habit, that shit is hard.
And you're super cool. When I told you I didn't drink, you were just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, and you don't give a fuck. But
Hell
like
no.
most people, they're like,
Bro,
what?
you don't
What?
drink?
Huh? You know, it's a weird thing that I
What
don't.
the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, a lot's fucking wrong with me, cuz I'll burn this motherfucker down if
that's
we're
the
drunk.
thing,
Jamie be mad as fuck, dude. If I start drinking in this
Big
motherfucker, burn it down, cuz. But yeah, nah, that just so you guys kind of know, like that, and that is like to me, I think a lot of that kind of gives me material too. A lot of my like what I put myself through. I say that just because like I didn't have to do any of that shit that I did. Like I chose to do it.
Have you put that in jokes like about?
I've talked about me drinking moonshine, smoking crack before, and going to jail. The first time I ever smoked crack.
Damn.
Yeah, first
God
time.
damn.
Only time I ever smoked crack, went to jail, bro. Fucking drinking moonshine, smoking crack, dude. Like a true white trash fucking American, y'all.
I want to hear that joke.
I don't even
Every
really have
show.
a joke. I'm just telling the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about driving like Dale Earnhardt when I smoke crack and shit. You know what I mean?
That
But I got
sounds
locked up
funny
for
as
real.
fuck,
Like I
though.
got DUI. I was 20, so like I was not even old enough to drink, and I got DUI because I was burning out and shit, smoking crack. And I didn't know. Listen, all right.
God.
So I'm drunk as fuck on the 4th of July. I'm 20 years old. I'm in my Jeep. I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, badass, all black wheels on it. Shit was murdered out.
Stun on her.
I end up in the passenger seat. I'm passed out. I wake up. I look over. My boy's smoking out of a can. And I'm like, cool, you got some weed. I'm like, I'm about to fuck. I need some. Like, please let me hit that weed. And I remember him handing it to me, and he looked all weird and shit. And I'm like,
His ears was ringing.
bro, his ears was ringing like a bro. But like I was so drunk I couldn't really see that good. So he hands me the can, and I can see on the end of the can. I'm like, this shit looks kind of weird. And I'm hitting it, and he goes, "Yo, man, hold it in." And I go, "Okay, yeah, this is probably some good shit, like some good weed."
Oh my
So I hit it.
God.
I mean, I cashed that shit, dude.
Are you still his friend?
No,
Good,
absolutely not.
'cause that's
Fuck you,
fucked
Andrew. But
That's
listen,
fucked
so I hit so I hit the can, cash it out, and I'm like, I'm look over at him, and he says, hold it in, and I'm like, and I'm holding it as long as I can. I'm doing that number right there, and he goes, and I handed him back, and he goes, I didn't know you smoked crack, and I was like, blow the smoke out. And I start going like this right here, and I remember like, whoa,
Ears start ringing.
bro, my ears started ringing. And he's like, that's some good shit, ain't it? That's what he said to me. And,
That's
and I wasn't even
crazy.
mad, dude. I was so drunk, I didn't give a fuck. And I was just like, whoa. And I pass out from the crack. I literally pass out from the crack. I wake up, and he's gone. I wake up, this motherfucker's gone. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm in the trunk of my car. I got 2 15s in the back of the Jeep, and I'm like fucking somehow end up in my trunk. I wake up mad as fuck, y'all. I'm like, don't know what's going on, mad as fuck. Because I was kind of like, probably like an angry drunk, emotional drunk. Let me put it that way, like angry. I get angry and cry. Emotional, cry, or angry, right?
Yeah.
So then I start trying to kick my own back window out. I'm kicking the
From
shit.
the inside?
Yeah, dude, I could have just fucking crawled up to the front seat.
I'm like a Jeep Cherokee has the open hatch.
It's open,
Like,
yeah. I'm not locked in the trunk.
I'm
I'm fucked up, and I forgot that I smoked the crack. So I'm like, I don't know I'm high on crack. So I'm trying to kick the back window out. I kick it a few times. I was like $1.25, bro. Like I had no fucking power behind my kick. So I get out. I get in the front seat. I'm mad as fuck. And I look at the house, and because then I remember he gave me the crack. I'm mad as fuck, dude. And so I look up, and it's this big ass house, and his fat ass brother, standing on the fucking top with a shotgun, looking at me. I'm like, man, fuck y'all motherfuckers. I was like, how dare you fucking give me that crack? Talking about his brother, and he's like, he points a shotgun at me. He's like, get out of my front yard. He's like, or I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Yeah. And I was like, all right. I get in my truck, slam. I'm like falling everywhere. Slam the door, burn out. I'm fucking pissed. I pull over into a club. It was like 1 a.m. I pull over into a club to look for my bowl because I want to smoke some weed because I'm so mad. And I'm trying to find my bowl, can't find it. Makes me even more mad. So I start burning it out everywhere. I'm burning out, blue lights. I'm fucking done for. Cop finds the fucking moonshine. They're like passing it around. Nah, there won't no crack in my
You
car.
ain't about to find no crack.
Nah, he
smoked it
smoked
up.
all that
You ain't
shit.
about to find
He
that.
smoked all that.
Let's go.
But that's the real story. So I'll try to write a joke about that because it's for
Please,
real. Like I went to jail. I was telling the cop. I was talking all kinds of shit. I don't remember what I was saying, but they were like stoked. They found my jar of moonshine. They were like real stoked about it. They were
'Cause
like,
they
"Is
were
this
about to
moonshine?"
drink that
They
shit.
were all like sniffing it. They were all passing around sniffing. Like, is this moonshine? I'm like, yeah. They charged me with possession of untaxed liquor. They charged
They're
me.
petty.
Yeah, they charged me paraphernalia because they found my bowl that I couldn't find. And
They tore your shit up looking for
yeah,
it.
they never even gave me a damn. They never even let me blow or anything. They just gave me some fucking field test where I was like, man, I fucking passed that shit. They were like, you're 20. I was like, fuck.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that
I'm like,
part.
fuck, I forgot I was 20. It's illegal, bro. Like, I was like,
yeah.
I fucking passed your test. He's like, you're 20, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, motherfucker tried to get me to ride in the front seat. I was like, hell nah. Put me in the back. Bitch, you're taking me to jail. Fuck
Damn,
that shit.
fuck
I ain't
you,
riding your front
Andrew.
Fuck
seat.
you,
Fuck
Andrew.
you, Andrew. I'm sorry.
No, it's Anthony. Oh, fuck that up.
fuck you,
Anthony.
Anthony.
My
I
fault,
gotta get that
Andrew.
name
My
right.
fault,
Sorry.
Andrew. Fuck you, Anthony.
I gotta get that name
Right.
right. Anthony. You motherfucker,
Word.
dude. But he gave me a great story, so also thank you for that.
Yeah.
And I also know that I'm allergic to crack because I break out in handcuffs, so I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm allergic. That shit was crazy, bro. I don't think that I would ever, like,
Holy
maybe I
shit.
would have, but I don't think I would have ever made a decision to consciously smoke rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
crazy.
mean,
So that's not your fault.
I mean, I've done coke and shit, you know, but like, I don't
That's
think I'd
a
ever
different
smoke
level.
crack,
That's
dude.
a different level. Like,
yeah.
Just, you know, it's not really like attractive to be a crackhead. You know what I'm saying?
that shit crazy. Yo, I actually had an attorney that was like a crackhead.
Really?
But he was a great attorney. Like,
Motherfucker fucking on top of his shit.
no,
Never
I
slept.
promise you, never slept.
Never slept.
2, 3, 4 in the morning. That's when he wanted to call me, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna bring this to you, but listen,
What does he want, his money?
no, he don't want no fucking money. The man want crack.
Oh, I thought it was your attorney you were paying to get you out of some
He
shit.
was
No,
paying
I
him,
was.
but
That's
not
how I
with
was paying.
cash.
I was paying. Look.
Hell yeah.
Look,
That's fucking win-win,
yeah,
bro.
I was like, yo, you got to eliminate this shit. I mean, like, well, shit, just come out of the house, you know, bring it up. I'm like, all right, man, because I know where to get it from, type shit. Like, I don't really.
Same.
That ain't, So I'm like, all right, man, like. I'm gonna drive out there to the white people neighborhood with this shit on me, to your big ass house. The way I had long dreads, all the tattoos, crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like them people, like, what the fuck is going on out here? I know, cause I analyze situations the way I would feel like other people are analyzing them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, damn, we the only black people in here.
Yeah.
Okay, now, okay.
That's the same way a police
Now I'm
officer's
more
going to
comfortable.
analyze the
But now I'm more
situation too,
comfortable
bro.
type shit.
Yeah.
You get
Well,
what
it's the
I'm
same
saying?
thing as me being white going to the hood to get something.
You get what I'm saying?
Same
Now,
shit. Like
somebody
if a
gonna
cop
look
sees
like,
me
oh, yeah.
leaving the hood,
He
he's
buying
pulling me
drugs.
over. He's pulling me over, and
Well,
that
you
that
might be dropping the birds out. You
might,
get what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's just,
might
it's
be.
just how people
With a Bible
analyze-
in the passenger seat,
feel
and some slacks on, bro. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
In a Prius that has everything fucking right,
For
dude.
real. That's just how the world is working nowadays. Like,
Damn, you
everybody
never
go-
know.
yeah, like sometimes I'll be like, yo, I'm the good guy. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You encounter police and I'll be like, dog, like, do you even
And
know
they
me?
don't know. They
Yeah,
don't
do you
know,
even know
man.
me. I'm the
Nah.
one that could really stop the bullshit. But you treating me like I'm part of the problem.
Yes.
It's just so
Same.
weird.
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. Like when you come on the other side of some shit, and that was true for me too. Like I used to like sell drugs to support my habit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like I got a thrill out of doing that. Like it was the thrill of maybe I could get caught. Like so now I get like different. I get excitement from different things. You know what I mean? Like I had to take that out of my life. You know, and like now I get to take chances on stage, or I get to go out and do other things that excite me, like catching a big fish or whatever the case might be. So I don't know, man. I'm just trying to live a better life, like be better than I was, grow up a little bit, you know, and like fucking, it's cool. Telling jokes is cool because then I got to meet y'all. So that's pretty awesome, man.
Likewise.
I got y'all some gifts.
Okay.
I got y'all. I don't know if y'all
Snap.
smoke cigars,
I
but
do.
those
He
are
definitely
good.
does.
Yeah, you look like you smoke cigars.
See, that's the shit I was.
I
just
look
talking
like
about.
I smoke
That's the shit I was
cigars,
just
don't
talking
I?
about. Yeah,
Don't
that
I?
mustache, you definitely.
Yeah,
smoke cigars.
dude. Yeah, I probably fucking wear comfortable shoes and smoke cigars. You know, shit.
Word, catch a big fish.
Look, man, y'all can't bust these down and put nothing in them. You gotta smoke them how they are.
I have the.
You don't smoke weed though, right?
Ooh. Yeah, right.
See how I didn't
right.
assume that shit?
Yeah, see what I'm
See
saying?
that? Bro, these are ghost peppers. Now you probably don't want to eat those. So here,
I'm not gonna.
I
eat a
don't
pepper.
blame you. You can throw them straight into the trash.
I-
But listen,
No. We're gonna.
they-
I
That's
could
it's
put
good.
some
talk
chili.
spicy.
That's spicy.
It's talk spicy,
For real.
bro.
Talk like it's- spicy.
So listen.
All right, go.
Those are they're ghost peppers. I know we got to wrap it up because I know he was saying something. So those are ghost peppers, and they will fucking tear you up. And I've eaten one of them on my podcast live, and it was the worst shit I've ever eaten in my life. That's why I'm regifting those motherfuckers to y'all.
What?
I ain't gonna eat them, bro.
Thanks?
But you could probably cook something with it.
Make some chili.
Just be
Do
careful.
not put that shit in my chili. baby.
Just be careful.
I know how to finesse it.
Anyway,
I
I felt it appropriate. They were growing right on Henry Street, right there off Market Street.
Gangster.
Yeah, so that's cool. My buddy gave them to me. I said, I just want you to know I ain't fucking eating these. Just so you know, I've already done it, like live on a podcast, and it made me its bitch, dude.
How long were the after effects?
10
of
minutes.
eating one?
10 minutes was like the hotness in the mouth, and then 24 hours was the hotness in the asshole.
Okay.
Dude, it was. I
Yeah.
couldn't walk, dude. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
walk down my hallway. My kids wanted me to go do shit with them. I'm like, bro, I'm stuck on the commode, bro. Like it's a it was fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't actually recommend you eat those. That's why I brought you these, because I felt like y'all might smoke cigars together. Y'all kind of seem
I do.
like
She don't fuck with.
yeah. I mean, it's a cool little.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Definitely
that
thank
a
you.
lot. Seriously.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, shit. They asked me to do the podcast. I feel like I should bring something.
And look, if
Bring the
we don't
heat.
eat these, my dad
Just warn him that
Well, he
they're
know-
they're
Listen,
ghost.
love this.
they're
so
ghost
this
peppers.
is his excuse for why he likes like extreme hot stuff. Anytime he goes to a restaurant, he'll do like the extreme on whatever the menu is. But he's had his nose broken like 3 times, so he can't smell it all. So he swears up and down like hot shit doesn't faze him, and he can eat whatever. Like I've seen this man eat.
You need to tape it. If he eats that
Okay,
shit,
okay,
pull yourself
okay.
on. If he don't react to that, like that's your viral shit right there. I'm telling you, because that shit, and I know it from experience. I took one bite and ate the whole thing. It tastes like peanuts at first, and you're like, Psh, nothing.
It's a setup.
Chew it up. That's why it's a ghost pepper, because it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
You know, that shit's fucking crazy. But I brought it to you because I'm like, all right, cool. I don't want them motherfuckers. And we're on Talk
Perfect.
Spicy.
Right.
And it looks
Perfect.
like kind of like a ghost
Yeah,
pepper.
It
a
looks
little bit.
exactly like it.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
really
No,
does.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that
much.
for real.
Yeah,
You
man.
wanna
I
tell it-
appreciate y'all asking me to do the podcast.
Oh, definitely.
Because
Thank you for being funny.
I haven't done a podcast like my podcast in months.
Yeah.
Like it's just other shit I've been involved in. So
Yeah.
it's cool to come out and do one. It makes me realize how much I miss it. Like I miss putting the phone down and talking to people that I don't know as well and like getting to know them. Shit's cool.
Tell the people where they can find you, social media wise, where they can find your podcast.
Yeah, first of all, subscribe to this fucking channel, Talk Spicy
Definitely.
TV. Y'all need to click the subscribe button. Click the little bell right there. That means it sends you notifications. I don't give a fuck if you want to see it or not. Click the fucking bell so you know. Okay? So y'all
ass.
subscribe to this channel. This shit's awesome. They keep it totally real. Episode 1's a great episode because you guys are so cute together. Check out episode 1. That's a married couple just talking shit out, dude. It's real, you know?
I love
so
it.
click that button. I'm Instagram. I'm Hunt_NC1917 on Instagram. So Hunt_NC1917. Hunt's my last name. Y'all probably knew that. Lex is my first name.
And that's not a nickname for anything?
Alex.
Just
My name's Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like Lex
Yeah,
better.
no, Lex is cool.
Especially with people I kind of fuck with. Don't call me Alex. Call me Lex, you know?
All right.
So that's my Instagram. My YouTube is Lex Hunt Fish. So there's 120 some podcasts on there, and then there's a lot of fishing videos. So if any of you guys fish, like especially saltwater or freshwater, subscribe to my channel. It's kind of cool. I fish with my old lady on there sometimes. I fish with some of my homeboys on there, and I fish with my 4-year-old son on there. So there's some cool videos on there. I like to edit videos. I like to do like cool shit with film. So. Yeah,
Lex Hunt Fish.
Yeah, Lex Hunt
Check out
Fish
his
on
content,
YouTube.
y'all, and he's
I love doing
hilarious.
it. Yeah, y'all
Funny as
come to
fuck.
some shows. We got some
Yeah.
shows coming up.
Yeah, there you go.
I meant
Promote
to
it.
do this before I came here, and I'm a piece of shit, and I didn't. So
All's good.
we're going to Jimmy's at Wrightsville Beach. Where's my reminders? All right, I got a comedy show in Leland at the Cadillac Ranch on 7/28. So what is that? July 7th? I don't know none of that shit. July 28th. I think it starts at 7 or 8. Y'all add me on Instagram and I'm gonna post all this shit. I got a comedy show at Jimmy's in Wrightsville Beach. That place is a fucking shit show. If y'all want to see me fucking do fucking terrible, come to that show because
Let's go
them
to
people,
both.
bro, them people are fucking belligerent in there, and I'm gonna call them pieces of shit like they are. Jimmy's, that's 7/23/21. And that's going to be at 7 o'clock, I think. It's 7 or 8. Bring your ass at 7 and pay for some drinks and make the fucking venue some money. And then I'm at Whiskey Tango Foxtrot on 8/4/21. And that just come at 7, like I said. Come at 7. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It's downtown. And it's a new venue that we just got.
Okay.
It's smaller. I mean, yeah, I think that's all the shows I got so far. And that's it.
Y'all check him out. Lex Hunt.
Y'all come out. I'll talk shit to you in the front row. Ask them.
All right, we'll be there. We'll be
Definitely,
there.
once again, appreciate you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely welcome back.
Yeah.
We could talk spicy again.
Yeah.
Period. Like, subscribe, share. Follow the website, www.talkspicy.tv. Like the Facebook page, Talk Spicy TV. Instagram, TikTok. You know what to do.
That jalapeno lingo,
push the
baby. That talk
fucking button.
spicy.
Jalapeno.
Yeah, talk spicy with that jalapeno lingo, son.
That's a wrap.
Gang.
Still classy and nasty. Yeah, you know the deal, and they still throwing $100 bills, and they still